welcome back to my channel today. If you're new, welcome to my channel. So today I'm doing a video on the Pretty Vulgar Nightingale eyeshadow palette. I was thinking of doing a hail or fail, however, I'm kind of in the middle because it's not terrible, but it's also not great. And it's just a completely different formula than I'm used to. It's just a formula that I have to try out more. So I'm just gonna title this differently. This eyeshadow palette is not available anymore. I've had this in my collection for a long time. It was my mom, she gave it to me. And I have barely touched it as I am definitely more of a colorful makeup kind of person. But during this pandemic, we obviously have all the time in the world now to go through palettes that we don't use very often or just makeup in general. Allergies get into me right now. I only dipped into 3 shades and I'm gonna do swatches as well. I was also very hesitant to try this for a long time because I have a carmine allergy. If you're new and don't know that, I have it. I try to mention every single video because I need to have vegan eyeshadows, like 100% vegan. And because this isn't available anymore, I can't find the ingredients of it. So I usually stay away from brown shades, but I use more cooler tone shades, not the warm ones. And my eyes aren't itchy, so that's really nice. So another reason why I want to do this tutorial is because I know that this palette kind of, I want to say blew up Pretty Vulgar, but I'm not too sure about that, but I'm almost positive it did. This was one of their first eyeshadow palettes and Pretty Vulgar is only available at Sephora. And I thought, you know what, there may be people who still have this palette and are looking for a new look. Not that this is anything crazy. This is a newer technique that I'm doing. It's not that new to people, but it's kind of where most of the color is up here and then the shimmer is kind of along my upper lash line. I'm just trying to switch it up a little bit. I also use liquid eyeliner, which is so not me, but I've been noticing my eyeshadow looks just needing an extra something, and it was just eyeliner. So I will say this whole makeup look looks a lot better, not on camera. But first, I'm gonna do some swatches. So without further ado, let's get on into the video. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 shades. I'm still trying to be better at swatches, but these are extremely light, so I know that you're not gonna be able to see them. This is Nocturnal. Then we have Pillow Fight. This is Break Free. And then we have Dark Side right here. Okay, so the shimmer swatched a lot better. I'm not trying to flip you off. This is Hide and Seek. This is the shade that I have in my crease. This is Clutch, which I have on my lid. This is Flip Out. And then this one is I Spy. So the metallics definitely swatched a lot better than the lighter shades that were metallics or shimmers. These are a lot more pigmented as they are darker. My hands are very bony, so it looks a little weird. This one is Silver Spoon. Then we have Swoop, which I used as the darker shade all over my lid. This one is After Midnight. And then we have All Nighter right here. So, oops. I know that swatching on my hand isn't the best like I just mentioned, but usually do swatch a shadow. It's a lot better. These are not as opaque as I was thinking. This is a neutral palette, but some neutral palettes have really pigmented shades. This one's just not one of them. Now they do have another palette called Pretty Birdies that is basically in the same layout. The colors are a lot more colorful, so there's that. And I have all this stain on my hands. Alright, so I've already primed my eyes with the Anastasia eye primer, and I'm going to be using the Pretty Vulgar Nightingale eyeshadow palette. This is a little bit older. It's actually not available anymore. I'm going to be taking the Hide and Seek shade right here, and I'm going to put that in my crease. And I have the Starry Nights Bling Brushes collection. This is the brush E13. Alright, I didn't get that much on my brush, so I'll get some more. And because this is a bigger fluffy brush, it's actually really easy to blend out product. So far, so good. Dipped into this hide and seek shade a number of times for each eye, and the shade you definitely can build up with, which can be a good and bad thing for people. For me, it's not necessarily a good thing. I'm just used to very pigmented shadows from the big Norvina Pro palettes where it's just like bam pigment and then I can blend it out. So the building up shades aren't necessarily my favorite because I just want pigment to be there right away. But for people who don't wear a lot of makeup, or even if you do like makeup, some people just really like the shades so you can build up. So there's something there for everyone. I think that's about as even as I'm gonna be able to get it. So I'm taking another brush from the Starry Nights collection. This is the E15 brush. So it's more of a packer brush. This has more of a square shape to it. I'm going to apply the shade Swoop to my outer corners. Ooh, okay, a little bit more pigmented than I assumed. So I am just patting that over this area, kind of blending it inwards. Then deepening up the outer corner crease area. Sorry, this is my mirror, so if you see this, that's what that is. I actually really like how that blended out inward. Sometimes I feel like, well, kind of again with really pigmented shadows, it can be hard to blend out sometimes depending on the brand and the formula, but that blended really, really nicely. So far, I don't have any itchies around my eyes, so that's a good sign. I do my best to create that outer V type of shape, but for some reason that just doesn't really work on my outer corners anymore. Ooh, I really like how this blends out. That's a really nice brown. I'm so used to doing colorful looks that when I do neutral looks, they don't look good anymore. Some of them can look blah on me, so the undertone is really, really important when you're choosing certain neutral colors, but also I feel like I forgot how to create a good neutral look. I'm practicing. I'm not saying that like neutrals are my absolute favorite colors, definitely more my style, but I want to be good at neutrals again, so that's what I'm going to be doing more often. Now I do have a crease about right in this area that you probably see on my eyelid, and no matter what color, it just kind of like seeps into it, so it looks like there's a harsher line there, but it's really just a wrinkle. It makes it look kind of patchy, but honestly there's nothing I can really do about it. So I started doing a bit of a different technique yesterday Easter on my eyelids. Normally I would put shimmer in my inner third area, basically where the blank space is, but then I just noticed that it just doesn't look the best on me. So I know a lot of people, depending on your eye shape and how your eyelids look, basically most people put the shimmers kind of like on the movable part of the lid, which would make sense for eyeshadow. And I did that yesterday and I really, really like the look of it. So I think I'm just gonna keep practicing that so I can achieve that look more often. This shade, whenever I open this palette, this clutch shade really catches my eye right here. Normally I use my finger for shadows, but I did get this E16 brush with the bling brushes. I think it would be great for cut creases, however I don't normally do cut creases, so I want to try it with this brush. My eyeshadow technique habit, I need to bring the swoop color inward so I can do my newer technique that isn't that new. Also, I noticed that if I go with a really, really, really light shadow in my inner third, it almost just washes me out. It could be a matte color, it could be a shimmer shade, like it just does not look good on me at all. So it just makes it look like I need to go in with something darker. That's why I mainly do darker looks. If you see me with like a darker look sometimes, usually I'll try something lighter and then it just doesn't look good, so I have to go over it with something. I wish I could pull it off, but it is what it is. There are some areas of my eyelid that do not like to grab pigment. If you see some sparser areas, I'm doing my best, but it literally won't do anything. And also I noticed that a lot of my eyeshadow looks, my recent ones that I've done on my channel, I put on way too much eye primer and it really shows. It makes the whole eye area look very chunky, so I went back to using a little amount and everything looks better and blends better. So it's gonna look a little bit patchy in this area, but I think once we put the shimmer on, it will look a lot better. So I'm gonna use this clutch shade and I'm gonna use the E16 brush. Alright, let's see what this does. You can see it a little bit. Not too bad. I think I'm gonna use my finger. Yep, finger works a lot better. Now let's go back into that deeper shade and just clean everything up. Now, I know this may not look the best, but I'm still practicing this technique on me. Please be kind in the comments section. If you have any tips for this technique, if you do it yourself, or you've seen other people do it, please let me know in the comments section. And I'm gonna go back in with the E13, just kind of blend everything together. And I'm going to take more hide and seek and blend out the crease. I'm going to go back in with what's left on my brush, the E15, see if I can deepen up the area a little bit more. So I'm going to clean up everything after. I normally curl my eyelashes before I put on eyeliner because I've learned that no matter what liquid eyeliner I use, even if it's not liquid, one, it can take too long to dry. Two, this ends up taking it off. Not this one specifically, but any eyelash curler. So I'm just going to curl them first. And I do 3 sets of 10, putting my eyelashes to work. And this is the Lily Lashes eyelash curler. I got mine on Sephora.com a little while ago, not realizing that Ulta had it online. Now, usually if I have a shimmer on, it can take off some of the shimmer shade. I might go back in with the shimmer shade. Ow, just pinched. Ugh, ow. So I'm just gonna go back in with clutch. Is it a perfect eyeshadow look? No, but I'm doing my best. I went a little bit without applying makeup during the pandemic and I'm like, shouldn't have done that. Not the best, but it's fine. So this is the Benefit Roller Lash Liquid Eyeliner. It's the little mini size. It's not my favorite eyeliner, not my favorite product from Benefit, but it's one I have right now. I just recently ordered the ColourPop BFF liquid liner and I'm waiting for that to come in. Just use this one as backup. This is where it gets tricky because I have more wrinkles at the end. So I have to switch directions in which I apply the eyeliner. I also have an eyelash or two that is literally growing on my eyelid. I don't get it. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's pouring outside. You know what accidentally keeps getting thicker and thicker? Yeah, that's right now. Now I'm going to be putting on the Benefit Cosmetics Roller Lash mascara. This is the mini size. I'm running out of it soon. I feel like this one that I got was kind of a dud because I feel like it started drying out faster than normal. So that's one eye with the mascara, one eye without. You can see how transparent my eyelash color is. Sometimes after I put on my mascara, I can then kind of see if I need to fix anything on my eyelids for eyeshadow. So I think I'm just gonna take the number E13 brush again and just kind of blend a little bit to make it look a little bit more seamless. And that's why I don't clean up early. So I'm gonna go clean this up, do the rest of my makeup, and I'll be back. Alright, so I am back with all of the rest of my makeup on. I will say this does look better in my bathroom, surprisingly, because nothing ever looks good in my bathroom. It could just be the lighting right now. It is pouring rain outside and it's been like that all day, so I do have my ring light on, but it could just be the lighting. It actually doesn't even look that bad off camera anyway. So I'm gonna go back into the eyeshadow palette and we're gonna do my lower lash line. So I'm going to use the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill, my crease shade, which was Hide and Seek. I'm just going to stamp that along my lower lash line. That darker shade called Swoop, stamp that on the outer portion of my lower lash line. See how this brush just creates a really thin line. And I'm gonna go back in with Hide and Seek. Just try and blend the two. Kind of blend the lower lash line to my outer corner so it looks a little bit more seamless. Now I know that this is farther out than this one. We're gonna fix that. Okay, so this is the Smashbox Multitasking Detail Brush. This was my mom's, like half of my makeup collection, a majority of it. I use this for my brow bone and my inner corner because it's just the perfect size. This is the Sephora Colorful Glitter Single Shade in Ballet Slippers. Ballet Shoes, I keep messing that up. It's number 205. And I'm gonna turn down my ring light after so you can see it better. See how that just brightens up that area really nicely. And no matter what color or undertone that I wear on my eyes, this just goes perfectly with it. So you can see how bright and intense it is. Definitely see better on this side, and when I turn to the side you can definitely see it. And that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Click that subscribe button if you want to see more videos on beauty, fashion, and health. Hit that notification bell if you want to be notified when I do upload, which is between 1 to 2 times a week. And I hope you have a great day. And I'll see you later. Bye!